besties. Hi, welcome in. This video, this week, we are going to be reading the Twisted series by Ana Huang. My bestie loaned me her books, which I would show you the book, but you're currently sitting on top of it, so I can't do that. I have already started reading it. I started listening to it on audiobook at work. So I'm on chapter 14 at the moment. It's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. This book follows Alex, who is a very dangerous man. He's very, very wealthy and very successful at a very young age. He is best friends with our main girl Ava's brother. And her brother is supposed to be going overseas to do some sort of doctor work as part of his schooling, and he or maybe not part of the schooling, maybe it's part of the schooling, I don't remember, but he's supposed to be going overseas, and he basically asks Alex if he'll watch and keep an eye out on Ava for him while he's gone, because Ava's his younger sister. And he doesn't want to, but he agrees because it's his best friend, and he's like, fine, I guess I'll do it. But Alex does nothing half-assed, right? So he decides that while her brother's gone, he's not only going to keep an eye on Ava, he's going to move into her brother's empty apartment that is right next door to Ava to make sure that he can keep a good eye on her while her brother's away. And she hates it. He doesn't love it, but it gets the job done. So he is there trying to just keep an eye on her, make sure she's protected, make sure she's not making stupid decisions. He tries to get her into this, I think, Krav Maga class or something, and she ignores him and doesn't want to be a part of it. And she's got this ex who is obsessed with her and won't leave her alone, has been harassing her. Not anything bad, but he's messaging her nonstop, trying to get back together with her. But she caught him cheating and basically ended the relationship, and he's trying to get her back to, because he says he loves her and it didn't mean anything, yada yada yada. But she keeps ignoring him, not wanting to talk to him. My boy. Keeps getting in the way of my shooting things, so I've just decided he's gonna stay here until he decides to run away, which he usually does. But she gets into a situation where she goes to this gala thing for alumni at her college, and she's not an alumni yet, she's still an actual student, but Alex is an alum, so he is there, and she ends up getting in somehow, and her ex corners her in the coat room when she's going to leave, and basically has her pinned against a wall and is just getting pissed at her that she doesn't want him back and whatever else. And Alex had seen her walking around and then noticed she wasn't there for a little while, and he was like, okay, this is way too long for a bathroom break. He's like, maybe she decided to head home. So he decides he's gonna go and make sure she got home and do his checking up duties. And as he's walking to the coat closet to leave, he hears her voice. And he goes in, and they're both so entangled in whatever they're doing, and her trying to get him to leave her alone and defend herself against whatever's happening here. And he's just standing there watching as she headbutts this guy square in the face and breaks his nose. And he gets pissed and calls her an SLUT. And Alex thinks now that's enough, okay? So Alex gets in there and beats this guy to a pulp. Just keeps hitting him until he is mush on the ground, and she stops him and she's like, we have to go. We can't be caught here. You could go to jail. And he's like, don't worry, he won't press charges. And she's like, what? He's like, he wouldn't dare press charges. I'm like, this man is so confident. And so just, somebody beat a man to a pulp for me and be that confident. Goddamn, I got a shitty ex. I'd rather hit it with my car, but if somebody wants to beat the shit out of him and not get in trouble for it, feel free. But I'm just like, this man is so damn confident in himself. And because her ex was mad that she saw them dancing together, that he saw them dancing together, and he's like, you said there was nobody else, and she's like, there's not. I'm at a party. You dance with people at these things, like, and he's just reading all into this, and he decides that she's his at this party because this like slimy guy goes over and is like trying to hit on her, and he goes over and like gets in between them and basically gives this guy like this she's mine look, and the guy's like, oh my bad. And then this thing happens with her ex, and he's just like, nope, she's mine. She doesn't know she's mine, but she's mine. And I'm like, so confident, so cocky. Why do I like it? But it's good so far. That's where I'm at right now, is them leaving the party. I think they just left, or they're in the car or something. I don't know. I'd have to get back into it and let you know. But I guess I will be back when I have more thoughts. Goodbye, Goofy. Wait. I gotta get your whole face. You look silly. Bye. I'm sorry, but she decided to do the Krav Maga lessons for Alex, because it would make him feel better if she took those lessons. And she was like, fine, but only if you let me do portraits of you. And he's like, you're negotiating with me? She's like, yes. And he goes, fine, 1 session. And he just showed up for their session, and he came in a black coat, black pants, black shoes, black leather gloves. And then, as he's taking this stuff off, apparently she had a very illicit dream of him the night before, that may or may not have included positions that acrobats would be confused by, or proud of. And she, is having, some feelings about him being there, and she's really struggling to keep her cool. And he says, where do you want me? Where did I want him? Everywhere, over me, beneath me, inside me. And then it says a little bit lower down, of course, I hadn't wanted to throw any of my previous subjects on the floor and ride them until Kingdom Come, but that was a minor detail. I'm sorry. What? That's just, until Kingdom Come really got me. I don't know why, but it's good. It's funny. Their little, whatever their relationship is just, it's good. He's so confident. Ava attended a party, and it happened to be at Alex's ex hookup's house, and she got pushed into the pool, which is a very bad thing for her. It's part of a trauma she went through as a child, and he went there to get her, and she wasn't there when he got there, so he came back to her house to check on her, and Ava goes, talking about this Madeline girl. She goes, as if, so what if she's tall, blonde, and looks like a Victoria's Secret model? She's a horrible person. Next time I see her, I'm going Krav Maga on her ass. And Alex bit back a full smile. Ava had attended all of 1 lesson. It'd be a while before she went anything on anyone's ass, but her indignation was adorable. They're just so cute. I'm gonna go all Krav Maga on her ass. So good. So, oh my god, you can't see my setup. So, Alex has rules in the bedroom. And all those rules went out the window when he and Ava got together. And I'm just going to read you one sentence because the rest of it's filthy and we're not going to read that on here. But she mentioned that he didn't follow a couple of his rules. And she goes, "You're right." He goes, "You're right, sweetheart. But the rules don't apply to you." It's so good. Oh. He's got a heart after all. He's not just a cold, mean guy. He's good to her. Oh, it's so good. This is really good so far. I'd heard a lot of mixed reviews about these. Well, I don't want to say mixed reviews, but I know a lot of my favorite booktubers, there were quite a few of them who kind of have grown away from Ana Huang. But this is my first book by her, and it's really good. I really like it. It's got a nice story as well. It's not just dirty, filthy. It's got the build-up of their friendship and stuff has been really sweet. So, but yeah, I'm gonna read more, and then I will update you guys again later. Hello, my loves. Hello, my besties. So I officially finished Twisted Love. I finished it the other day. I just haven't really had a chance to sit down and do my final thoughts, but I really liked it. I rated it, I can't look because my phone is under you, a 3-something, I think, or 4. I think I rated it a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. I really liked Alex and Ava. I'm excited to read the rest of the series. I know that the next one is about Reese and Bridget, so I'm excited about that because I really like Bridget. But I really enjoyed this. It was fun. It was sad in parts. It was very twisty. Both of the twists got me. I had no idea what was coming. So that was wild, and it's really sweet to see how much Ava sees such good in the world and in everybody, and she's such a light for people, and she's had such a difficult past, which she did suppress quite a bit, but you find out things that happened in her past when she starts to remember, and it's just so good. And he's amazing with her. Alex is so good with her. I was very upset, the third act conflict, obviously, but in the end I really liked it. The ending kind of tied everything up, which was really nice, but I'm excited to go into the next one, and we are going to start that. I don't know if I'm going to start it tonight or if I'm going to start it tomorrow, but we will be starting Twisted Games next. I might listen or read a little bit of it tonight, but I'm not sure. So I will check in with you guys when I have some thoughts on this. So, I've been reading for a little while. I've actually been doing immersive, so I'm listening to it and following along. I just got to chapter 8. So this one takes place, part 1 kind of takes place partially at the same time as Twisted Love with Ava and Alex's story. So we just went through the kidnapping portion and her not being able to go to the music festival that they had already bought tickets to. They've been waiting years to go to this festival, and he decided it wasn't safe enough for her to go, so she wasn't able to. But he set up this whole like indoor festival for her and had it streamed to their house so she could actually like watch. And he like got all this food and like put all these pillows and cushions down and set up like this little tent with the lights and stuff. So that was really cute. It's something he's not really supposed to do because he's just there to protect her. Like he's not supposed to like do all these nice things. But he did it anyway so that she didn't feel so left out, which I think is super cute. And then we just finished this last chapter, was graduation. She just said goodbye to her friends. Ava was headed off to London. Jules and Stella were staying in DC for work, and she's headed to New York City. So she was able to stay in the US, but all of this stuff, she was going to be as the royal ambassador for her country. And a lot of events take place in New York City, so even though she wanted to stay in DC, she wasn't going to be able to just because everything took place in New York City. But at the very end of the chapter, like he took her out to dinner to an Ethiopian restaurant because it's her favorite food. And they played a game where she got to know him a little bit better, and they left and started walking around the park, and they were just talking about stuff, and all of a sudden a gunshot went off. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't really know what's going on quite yet, but a gunshot just went off while they're in this park. So I just wanted to pop in and give a little update. My little Koopy is laying here next to me. He's a sweet boy. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and I will be back when I have something else to say. But well, before I go, I am really enjoying this one. I really like Reese and Bridget. I think she is a very cool character. Like, she is a princess, and she just acts so both prim and proper, but also like really down to earth, and she's just really great. And he is like an ex-Navy SEAL, and he's like so rugged, and I'm so sorry. He's so rugged and just like closed off and really overbearing and protective and stuff, which I mean, it's his job to protect her, but it gets to be a lot sometimes. But I really am enjoying this one so far. I don't know yet if I'm liking it more or liking either of them more than Ava and Alex. I think I might be starting to, but I guess we'll see as time goes on. But yeah, I will be back when I have some more updates for you. Hello, my loves. Hello, my besties. Hi. I wanted to give you an update. I have officially finished Twisted Games. I have it next to me, but I have a kitty cat. She's probably gonna end up getting down because that's who she is. But this is Nova. This is Nova. She's a very chewy girl. She likes to chew on my fingers. And my chair keeps turning, so I'm so sorry. But I finished Twisted Games the other day. I just kind of sat on it for a few days. I really enjoyed this. I really liked the relationship between Bridget and Reese. I think they had a really nice bond. I love Bridget. I think she, so far, is my favorite girl out of the series so far. But I really enjoyed the story behind this one. I liked seeing kind of the royal side of things and fighting Parliament, and just like how different her life is when she's in the palace compared to when she is back in New York or DC and just being a college kid. So that was a really fun change to kind of see, and I really just enjoyed the whole... I don't want to say I enjoyed the politics of it, but it was cool to see like the kind of politics that come about when you're in a royal family and stuff like that. Overall, I rated this one, I believe, a 4.25. Let me go double check so I don't lie to you. Yeah, 4.25. I finished it actually yesterday, but I really enjoyed it. So far, Bridget's my favorite, like I said. I really liked Reese. He took me a bit by surprise, honestly. But I really, really liked this one. It wasn't as, like, dark and didn't have, like, darker twists or anything to it, but the twists that it did have caught me off guard. Like, it wasn't anything bad, or, like, it wasn't as dark as the twists from Twisted Love. So I liked that side of it, but I really, really did enjoy this. I liked the characters a lot. I liked the setting. It was nice to see the other people kind of make an appearance in this one. So, like, Ava and Jules and Stella all came out to visit, and you get to see some Alex in there and Josh, and it was just cool to see a little bit of everybody. And you get to learn more about Harper Security, which is where Reese worked when he's Bridget's bodyguard. That's the company he works for. So you get a little bit of a glimpse into who Christian, the CEO of that company, is, and who Reese's boss is, which I think is really interesting as well. And their dynamic is cool. Like, they're not friends, but they're friends. Like, they have a weird friendship. But I really enjoyed it. And I did start Twisted Hate today while I was at work. I started listening to it on audio, and boy howdy, my guys. This book follows Josh and Jules, so Ava's brother and her best friend. And they hate each other, right? Hate each other. They're always poking at each other and bickering, and they don't get along. They both despise the other. And she's a senior, I believe, at the law school still at this point. And she takes this job while she's waiting, or she just graduated and she's got a job while she's waiting to take her exams to become a full-blown lawyer. And she takes, like, this internship type thing at this company that also works with doctors to help with, like, medical issues and to fight, like, cases with people who are having medical related struggles and stuff like that. So she ends up having to work with Josh because Josh volunteers at this clinic, and it works there. So they kind of are in this close proximity, and they also end up having to go on a little weekend vacation in the mountains to go skiing with Ava and Alex, and they both agree to go. They try to invite all of the friend group, but the others couldn't come, so it was just him, Josh, Jules, Ava, and Alex. And that's obviously, like, if anybody's read these, in the first book, Alex and Josh were best friends, and then things happened, so they haven't been friends. So now it's like Jules goes because Ava's her best friend, but Jules hates Josh, and Josh hates Jules, and he's not friends with Alex anymore, so it's all just very awkward and very strange of a relationship. But let me tell you, I expected Josh to be kind of cocky. Like, he's a doctor. I'm sorry, I guess there's something in my eye. He's a doctor. He's like a resident in the emergency department right now. So I expected him to be a little bit cocky, especially from things that we've seen of him, like little snippets that we've seen in other books, in the other book so far. But I also expected him to be kind of sweet, because we do see some, like, little lately sweeter moments. No. He took me by surprise, and I will put up the emoji here that I had used to describe either Alex or Reese, that I used to describe one of the other two guys, and or both of them. No, this emoji, it describes Josh along with this emoji. So be prepared. I should not have been listening to this book at work. This book is very much more like smexy than the other two early on. It's not like they have a relationship early on, but they have an agreement earlier on, which is just wild to me. And he does have a couple sweet moments in this that I was like, aw. But then when they get down to the down and dirty of it, he took me real off guard. I was not prepared for the things that I have read and heard. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm so sorry. And I believe my bestie said Josh is her favorite guy. And I can kind of see why. She said she really likes Jules as well. And I'm starting to like Jules. Like, I don't dislike any of them, but I really loved Bridget's more down-to-earth, like she's a freaking princess, for God's sake, and she's so down to earth, and she cares about animals, and she just wants to help people and just be normal and live her life. And I just think I just really relate to that and like that a lot. But I really do like Jules. She's like a spitfire, and she's so sassy and snarky, and I just love it. And when her and Josh get going at each other, oh, it's fantastic. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm 51% of the way through already from listening to it. Like I said, this was a 4.25, and this lovely one right here I think is gonna be probably a 4.5. I'd say 4.25, 4.5 is where it's kind of falling for me right now. I'm only halfway through though, so that could change, but I hope you guys all are having a good day, and I will be back when I have some more updates for you. Hello my loves, hello my besties, hi. I am popping in to give a few updates actually. So I realized that I finished this and I never gave an update on it. And then I started this. And I've gotten decently far. I gave it a 4.5. I did really enjoy this one. I still think Bridget is my favorite girl out of the group so far. And I think as of right now, I think Reese might be my favorite guy too. I think. So the couple from book 2. As of this book, this ended really well. There was a little bit of a twist at the end. Well, the third act conflict was very upsetting and what caused it. But I really enjoyed this. I really like Josh and Jules. I think they had a really cute relationship. Overall, I thought it was really good. I don't know. I liked the build up from them being enemies to like friends with benefits to then being lovers, which was nice. It was nice to see the actual like build up of it, and them like you see them getting those feelings and stuff throughout it, which was fun. Overall, I just really enjoyed it. I really liked them as a couple. I thought it was a really cool touch with her being his sister's best friend and her being a lawyer and him being a doctor, and them both having really, like, not high risk, demanding jobs. And she was just graduating, and she was waiting to take her boards and stuff like that, or her bar exam. And it was just a lot between the two of them, and just trying to, like, use each other basically as a little, like, escape, just kind of to get, like, you know, that intimacy quick, and then being like, all right, we're good. But I really liked it. I really enjoyed this. I thought that the two of them together was really nice. I liked the ending when it all came together. I really enjoyed it. I do really like Josh and Jules as well. There's just something like I relate a little bit more to when it comes to Bridget, and I just kind of really like her personality and how much she loves animals and stuff like that. So I did really like this one. Like, I liked this book better, just how it was laid out. But then I started Twisted Lies. This is my favorite couple. They're not even a couple yet. Not a real couple. They're fake dating. This is fake dating. And I adore them. I adore them both. I love Christian and I love Stella. I am on I was listening to this also. I had to listen to this one on Spotify because it's not on anything else. I'm on chapter 17 of Twisted Lies, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I don't want to give too much away. So basically this is about Stella, who's in the friend group of the other girls. She's the other best friend, and Christian is Reese's old boss. He runs Harper Security, who Reese worked for when he was Bridget's bodyguard. And he owns the building. Like, Stella and Jules originally went to this building and they needed an apartment, and Reese set it up for them to be able to look at this apartment with his friend Christian, who owns it, and Christian Harper, obviously the head of the security company that he worked for, sets up the appointment, and he ends up showing up, and the girls can't pay like the total rent, because like the whole rent for this apartment, it's like a luxury, really, really nice place. It's like $7,500 or something like that a month. And they're like, oh, well, we can't afford this. And she's like, $7,000 a month for an apartment. And like the person who handles the property and like takes the people on the tours and stuff is like, well, maybe you need to find something more in your budget then. And Christian happens to like walk in, and he's just like, so what is your budget? And they're like $2,500, and he looks at him for a second, and then he just goes, deal. And I thought his landlady was gonna have a straight up conniption. She was not doing well. Not doing well at all. So they moved into this apartment. Jules obviously ended up moving out when she and Josh got together, but Stella basically saw Christian and told him that she was gonna have to get a new apartment because she couldn't afford to pay the $2,500 by herself. And he basically made a deal with her that she could pay her portion still only, so cutting the rent down even more, as long as she can come up and like take care of his plants and stuff in his apartment and keep them alive. Because obviously he's enamored by her, and who in their right mind is gonna take their apartment that's $7,500 a month and rent it out for $2,500 and then be like, oh, you can only pay $1,250? Okay, that's fine, you can come water my plants. Where's that kind of deal for me? I'll go water somebody's plants. Like, what the heck? I need a place to live. Like, I have somewhere to live, obviously, but I need my own place to live. So it's just really fun, because now she lives there, and she lives in the apartment by herself, and she's an influencer. Like, she posts on social media and stuff. She gets brand deals, and she's in the process of trying to get this really big brand deal that's going to make her a lot of money, and she'll be like the front person of this company, this brand, for a whole year, and it's like a 6-figure contract and everything like that. It's a 6-figure deal, and she's working really hard to get it. But she's noticing that somebody who used to be her friend that she had helped along her journey has surpassed her in followers, and she thinks that this girl is going to get this deal over her. So she ends up, basically somebody says, well, maybe you should get a boyfriend. Like, people's accounts skyrocket when they have significant other posts and stuff like that. So she starts going on dates with other like influencers and stuff, and trying to see who would be the right fit for a fake boyfriend. And she ends up running into Christian at one point and tells him about all this, and he goes, I'll make you a deal. I'll be your fake boyfriend, and you can post about us on your social media if you will accompany me to events, so that I don't have to deal with people pushing people on to me. Like, I have a date, I will be left alone in that regard. And she's like, well, you could find anybody to take with you. Why would you want me? And he's like, well, I want somebody that I can talk to. You get something out of this, I get something out of this. It's a deal. And so she takes it, and he goes, I only have one condition, is if you post pictures of me, you can't post pictures of my face anywhere. You can post any other parts of my body, just not my face. And obviously he's a security guy, so like it makes sense. But they are in the process of fake dating right now, and she apparently had a stalker 2 years ago, and once she posts the first picture with Christian, the stalker comes back into play. And I'm not going to say more than that, but like things are really starting to stir up and heat up with it. So it's very exciting. I'm actually probably going to go listen to a bit of it for a little while. But it's been really good so far. So far, this is my favorite couple. I adore them. I literally texted my best friend who loaned me these books. She told me that this was her favorite couple, and she said this is her favorite couple. Josh is her favorite guy, but this was her favorite couple. And I was like, okay, well I guess I'm gonna have to see. Chapter 5, I texted her and I'm like, they're my favorite couple. Like, it happened so fast. But this one's really good so far. This one is chalking up to probably be my favorite so far. As of right now, if not including this one, Twisted Games, the one with Bridget, and Reese is the number 1 for me. Twisted Hate with Jules and Josh is 2, and then Twisted Love with Ava and Alex is number 3, which I never thought I would say that because I adored Alex. I adored him. I still adore him, but I adore Christian. So, I really liked Alex. I adore Christian and Reese. So, but I think this one's gonna end up taking first, and then Twisted Games, then Twisted Hate, then Twisted Love. So I guess we'll see if that happens to be the case at the end of this, but I'm very excited to finish reading this and continue it, and I will be back with you guys when I have some more updates. Hello my besties, hi. Just a quick update here. I did read some more of this last night. Well, listen to it. I did some immersive reading for part of it and then worked on like a little puzzle on my iPad while I listened. But I have made it to chapter 40 and I have like just under 4 hours left of the book according to Spotify. So I'm really enjoying this one. I like this one a lot. We have officially hit the stage where Christian and Stella are dating, not fake dating. So I'm very excited about that. And like some stuff's happened, but nothing like crazy has really happened. But it's been really fun like seeing this. He's kind of helping her with her fashion goals. Like, she is an influencer, but she wants to do some kind of fashion line. And he has been helping her come up with like a business plan and stuff about it, which has been good. And it's just really cute watching their relationship blossom a bit. But just wanted to give you a little update. I should be able to finish this today and then get to editing. But yeah, just a little quick update, and I will update you next time when I'm done. Hello my loves. I am checking in with the final update for the Twisted series. I am officially done with Twisted Lies. I really enjoyed this book. I really loved this couple. They're definitely my favorite couple of the series that's been decided. I adore them. I'd say my final standing is probably this couple, Stella and Christian, then Bridget and Reese, then Ava and Alex, and then Josh and Jules. But I think my favorite girl is Bridget, followed by Stella. And my favorite guy is probably Christian, and then Reese, I think, are my are my tops. But I really, really liked this. The third act breakup was very, very sad. I definitely understood why it happened. There was reason for it, but it was really good. And the twist that I didn't see it coming, like I saw what happened coming, but I didn't see who coming. Like I didn't see who it was. I didn't realize. But I really enjoyed it. The overall story was really good. I think that this one had one of the better, like, best stories out of everything. I feel like everything really kind of tied back together. And I feel like their relationship was more natural in a way. Not with the stuff that's going on in their lives, but, like, you got to see them, I think, start to fall for each other more rather than the other couples. So I really enjoyed that. Overall, I think this one is going to be a 4.75. 4.5 as well. I don't know. I think I'm going to land on a 4.75 because this is definitely my favorite of the series, but it's not giving me those 5-star feels. So 4.75, I really enjoyed this. I highly recommend picking up this series. I know that there's a lot of mixed reviews out there. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I liked the different stories. I like that all of the people are connected through all of the books. Like they're kind of standalones, but it makes sense to read them in order just because you get bits of the other couples throughout the rest of the books. So it just makes a little bit more sense because you see more about each of the other couples' lives throughout the books as they go up. So you see all the other couples' lives in this book. And after Ava and Alex, you meet everybody in the first book, but like you see some of Ava and Alex in the second book, and then you see some of the first 2 books couples in the third book, and so on. So I just think that it's a really interesting layout, and I really enjoyed it. So I think you guys would probably enjoy it too. If anybody's read this and they really liked it, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. If you guys have any recommendations for stuff along these lines, please drop those in the comments as well. I would love to get some recommendations from you guys. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, a 4.75, and I will see you guys when I next see you.